In this video, I'm going to show you how to set up and manage customers and suppliers within Adbooks. Firstly, to set up a new customer, all we need to do is go to the Customers module on the left-hand side of the screen. Once we're in here, we will see a full list of our existing customers, and to create a new one, all we need to do is click Create at the top of the screen. All we need to do is type the name of the customer in here, and the system will automatically generate a customer code for you. You can either leave it as standard, the code that's been created, or you can type in any code you wish into here. Under Source, you can either leave it as Other, but if you want to track where your customers come from, you can choose from the drop-down list, and you've got the option to set up various different marketing activities that you do within your business, and I can say that this customer, John Smith, came through from my website. Once I click Create a Customer, that customer record has now been created. If we go back through to the Customers module on the left, we will now see that John Smith, customer code 95, falls into our list of customers with a value of £0 business done with us, and there's no outstanding balance. If we click into his customer record again, we can continue to type in his address, and we can put in his name and all his contact details, including phone numbers and email addresses, etc. If we go to the Options tab, we can choose things like payment terms. So if it's 28 days, 30 days, 7 days, we can adjust the amount on here. And we can also put in their VAT information if we wish to. If we go to the Invoices and Stats screen, you'll be able to see when you start generating quotes and invoices, a full list of these within this screen. And at the top, there's options to generate a statement that can be printed or emailed. We can download their purchase history, and we can create quotes and invoices directly from this screen. If we go back into the Customers module, we can see here that Allentown has actually got an outstanding balance of £150. If I click into an existing customer record and go through to contact details, we can see all of this information has been filled out already. We have a hyperlink where we can open up their address in Google Maps, and if we click on the email icon next to their email address, I can send them an email directly from the system. If we now go through to the Invoices and Stats screen, we can see that they've got an invoice here, invoice number 2, and it's £150, and the status of that is unpaid. And on the right hand side, we can see when they've been first and last invoiced and the amount that's now due. We can also download their purchase history, and if I go and generate a statement for this customer, I can choose all transactions, or I can choose a date range for the transactions I want to add into this. And then if we just go to View Statement, we can now see our statement information is on the screen. You then have the option to print it or email it. So if I just click Email Statement, it will bring up their email address, and we can see that it's brought up the email editor. And then if I just have a look at that statement, it just gets attached as a simple PDF that can have your company logo and your details on there. And then we can see the statement information that's going to get emailed through to them. And that's how easy it is to just quickly generate statements from the customer record. To repeat that process of generating new customers, just click into the customer screen and click the Create button. To create and manage suppliers, we just click on the Supplier module on the left hand side of the screen, and again we can see a full list of existing suppliers. All we need to do to create a new supplier is just click the Create button on the top right hand side of the screen, type in a supplier name. Again, it will create the code for you, but you can overtype that if you wish, and then click the Create Supplier button. That supplier has now been created, and just like the customer record, we can then continue to add in all of their address and contact information. We can put in their payment terms, and you also got the option to add in their bank account information if you make direct BACS payments to your suppliers. It's a secure way of storing that information. If you go through to Purchases and Stats, just like customers and invoices, we can see and record all of our purchases, and we can view those from here, and we can see how much is due and how much has been billed to each supplier. At the top of the screen, you can see you can generate a statement that can be sent to a supplier, and we can create a new purchase invoice from there. And if we go back to our supplier screen, we will now see that Ryman's has been created as a supplier with no balance and no outstanding balance listed. And again, to set up a new supplier, we just repeat that process of clicking the Create button in the right hand side of the screen. And that's how easy it is to create and manage customers and suppliers within Adbooks.